Hello students, today in Science 1 we will revise chapter 12 Study of Sound. Let us revise what we learnt earlier in sound. What is sound? Sound is a form of energy which creates the sensation of hearing in our ears. This energy is in the form of waves. What is vibration? Vibration is a rapid to and fro motion of an object about its mean position. What is a wave? A wave is a disturbance moving through a medium when the particles of the medium set neighboring particles in motion. As the wave moves, it transmits energy. As a result, the particles of the medium vibrate about their mean positions but do not travel with the wave from one part to another part of the medium. How is sound produced? Sound is produced due to vibrations of an object. It propagates in the form of waves. It requires a medium. It could be solid or liquid or gas for propagation. It cannot travel through vacuum. A sound wave can be shown in the form of a graph. At any moment during the propagation of a sound wave, we would find alternate bands of compression and rarefaction of the medium, that is, bands of greater and lesser density. Observe the following diagram. Figure A shows the changes in density, while figure B shows the changes in pressure. The changes in density or pressure are shown in the form of a graph in figure C. The wavelength of sound waves is indicated by the Greek letter lambda, while its frequency is indicated by nu. The amplitude, which is the maximum value of pressure or density, is indicated by A. The time taken for one oscillation of pressure or density at a point in the medium is called the time period and is indicated by T. The value of frequency determines the pitch, that is high or low, of the sound, while the value of the amplitude determines its strength or loudness. Longitudinal waves. Sound waves are longitudinal waves which give rise to a chain of compression, places of higher density, and rarefaction, places of lower density in the medium. A wave in which the particles of the medium oscillate or vibrate about their central or main positions in a direction parallel to the propagation of the wave. Such waves are called longitudinal waves. Transverse waves. A wave in which the particles of the medium oscillate about their mean position in a direction perpendicular, that is at right angles to the direction of propagation of the wave. Such waves are called transverse waves. For example, in the waves created by dropping a stone in still water, the particles of water oscillate up and down, that is perpendicular to the direction of propagation of the wave. Such waves are called transverse waves. Let us revise some definitions and terms with reference to sound waves. Compression, a region of highest pressure as well as highest density formed in a medium as a longitudinal wave passes through it is called a compression. Rarefaction, a region of lowest pressure as well as lowest density formed in a medium as a longitudinal wave passes through it is called a rarefaction. Wavelength, represented by the Greek letter lambda. The distance between consecutive compressions and rarefactions is called wavelength. The SI unit of wavelength is meter. One oscillation. One oscillation or vibration is a complete to and fro motion of the oscillating particle. Frequency, represented by the Greek letter nu. The number of oscillations per unit time is called the frequency of the wave. The SI unit of frequency is hertz. Amplitude, represented by capital A. The magnitude of the maximum disturbance in the medium on either side of the mean value is called the amplitude of the wave. Intensity of sound. The amount of sound energy passing per unit time through unit area is called the intensity of sound. Velocity of sound. The distance covered by a point on the wave, for example, the point of highest density or lowest density in unit time, is the velocity of the sound wave. Velocity is equal to distance upon time. Any point on the sound wave covers a distance equal to lambda, which is the wavelength, in time t, that is time period. Thus, the velocity of sound is given by v is equal to nu into lambda, because frequency nu is equal to 1 upon t. Therefore, velocity is equal to wavelength upon time period. Therefore, velocity is equal to lambda upon capital T. Thus, the velocity of sound is equal to wavelength into frequency. In any medium at fixed physical conditions, the velocity of sound of different frequencies is very nearly the same. The velocity is highest in solids and the least in gases. It increases with an increase in the temperature of the medium. The speed of sound was first calculated by Italian physicists Giovanni Borelli and Vincenzo Viviani in the 1660s. They measured the time between seeing the flash of a gun and hearing its sound from a long distance. Their value of 350 meter per second is very close to the value of 346 meter per second, which is accepted today. The following table shows the speed of solid, liquid and gaseous substances. Velocity of sound in a gaseous medium. The velocity of sound in a gaseous medium depends on the physical conditions, that is the temperature, density of the gas and its molecular weight. Temperature T. The velocity of sound is directly proportional to the square root of the temperature of the medium. This means that increasing the temperature 4 times doubles the velocity. That is, the velocity will be doubled. Density, represented by the Greek letter rho. The velocity of sound is inversely proportional to the square root of density. Thus, increasing the density 4 times reduces the velocity to half its value. Molecular weight, represented by capital M. The velocity of sound is inversely proportional to the square root of molecular weight of the gas. Thus, increasing the molecular weight 4 times reduces the velocity to half its value. Let us study the following example. The molecular weight of oxygen gas O2 is 32, while that of hydrogen gas H2 is 2. Prove that under the same physical conditions, the velocity of sound in hydrogen is 4 times that in oxygen. Solution: V is inversely proportional to square root of molecular weight. Therefore, the velocity of hydrogen H2 upon the velocity of oxygen O2 is equal to the square root of 32 upon 2, and that is equal to square root of 16, and that is equal to 4. For a fixed temperature, the velocity of sound does not depend on the pressure of the gas. Audible, infra and ultrasound. The limits of hearing of the human ear are 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. That is, the minimum limit is 20 Hz and the maximum limit is 20,000 Hz. That is, the human ear can hear sounds of frequencies in this range. These sounds are called audible sounds. Our ears cannot hear sounds of frequencies lower than 20 Hz and higher than 20,000 Hz, that is 20 kilohertz. Sound with frequency smaller than 20 Hz is called infrasound. The sound produced by a pendulum and the sound generated by the vibrations of the Earth's crust just before an earthquake are examples of such sounds. Sound waves with frequency greater than 20 kHz are called ultrasound. The dog, mouse, bat, dolphin, etc. have a special ability to hear ultrasounds. Thus, they can sense some noise which are inaudible to us. Children under 5 years of age and some creatures and insects can hear waves with frequency up to 25 kHz. Bats, mice, dolphins, etc. can also produce ultrasound. The Italian scientist Lazzaro Spallanzani was the first to discover a special mechanism present in bats. He discovered that their ability to fly in the dark depends on their ears and not eyes. The ultrasonic sound produced by bats gets reflected on hitting an obstacle. This reflected sound is received by their ears and they can locate the obstacle and estimate its distance even in the dark. Uses of ultrasonic sound for communication between ships at sea, to join plastic surfaces together, to sterilize liquids like milk by killing the bacteria in it so that the milk lasts for a longer duration. Echocardiography, which studies heartbeats, is based on ultrasonic waves, that is sonographic technology, to obtain images of internal organs in a human body. It is used in industry to clean intricate, that is complex parts of machines where hands cannot reach. And it is also used to locate the cracks and faults in metal blocks.